Thank you. I haven't even done anything yet. My name is Michael Cerveris. I am an actor and musician. My chief accolade is that I have a home in New Orleans, but beyond that, I just won my second Tony Award last week. I think my pre-performance rituals kind of depend on what the job is. In dressing rooms, I like to surround myself with lots of images of either the character I'm playing or the world that I'm going to be in for the duration of the play. So for Fun Home, it's a total 70s vibe. I have a couple of lava lamps that I didn't have to go buy. I just got them out of storage. And Partridge Family records and, Cat Stevens and James Taylor and like lots of 70s, basically my record collection from when I was a kid. So I like to kind of surround myself with that stuff so that subliminally I'm kind of putting myself in the world of the play. It's not like there's life and there's time on stage. There's just life, and some of it's backstage and some of it's on stage. And there is a moment when it changes from one to the other, but I love the idea in music performance and theatrical performance and, in television and stuff too, of just having a seamless human life experience all the way through. I think the people that I admire most somehow bring that sense that they're completely alive on stage and not a different kind of creature or person when they're on stage. Well, I guess being called the most versatile leading man on Broadway is better than being called the most schizophrenic leading man on Broadway, which might have been what they also could have said. The actor's job is to disappear in the role, and it's not to put yourself and your personality first. There are extraordinary performers who I love to go see, just like everybody else does, who are always essentially them, just in, them in that period or them in this, And that's why you go, because you love them and you love to see what they're going to do, but you don't really believe that they are the person. I just have never been that kind of actor, and the actors I've admired most have been the kind of people who disappear more. I seldom want to repeat myself, so when I've gotten to a certain place with one kind of role, I won't want to do that same kind of role. I try never to get sucked into doing that. I always get to the top of one little hill and I look around to see where the next hill is, but that's going to mean getting off this hill, going down into the valley and climbing up again. I guess I like that trip a lot. It didn't suck to win a second Tony. I have to admit it. I don't really think competition makes any sense in the creative arts. It never has. And this year, maybe more than ever, because there were so many really, really remarkable, really fine examples of entirely different shows. And so the people, like the guys in my category, each one of us was doing a really great job at entirely different jobs. And that said, it's really, what's wonderful about being given an award is essentially your peers and people in your profession getting together and saying, we saw what you did and we think it deserves celebrating. Which is why, honestly, the nomination is the largest part of the whole thing. This year, it felt like the Tony voters were being asked to make a bit of a decision about what they wanted the future of Broadway to look like and who they wanted to have participate in it. As beautiful and wonderful a show as American in Paris is, and as hilarious and entertaining as Something's Rotten is, they seem to have cast a fairly decisive vote for, outsider, story-driven, human scale musicals having a place, and adventurous storytelling and new ways of of engaging an audience and inviting segments of the population who have never been able to see themselves on the Broadway stage before to feel like they have a place at the table. I feel like everything that I've learned along the way has led me to this moment and this particular role. I don't think there's anything that I felt quite as personally invested in and cared so much about as Fun Home. It's as specific as it is about Alison Bechdel's life and her very specific experience with her father and her family. The show is a kind of magnet for everybody's memories of their families and their struggle to figure out who they were and who their families are and the people around them are. And it touches on something very personal and meaningful to such a wide variety of people. And it feels like it's accomplishing that thing that you want to believe so often as an actor and as a person in the arts, that you actually are making a real difference in the world and you're not just entertaining people all the time. But you sometimes feel like I'm just sort of fooling myself and flattering myself that this is actually making a difference and moving the world forward somehow. This play feels like maybe it actually is, a small part in moving people to a better place.